We're going live. Um, I'm Lady F. That's
I'm
that's
Rob.
that's Rob Worst. Um, hit Rob up. I can't sleep. I was watching how the predominant trade and economy in like the eastern sphere of the world was silver, and how the introduction of opium into China caused them to change the standard to gold. I know it is late for me, who dat, but I don't know, man.
Is
I
that
got a wild hair. Um, Here, what I'll do is I'll put
drop the link?
I'll drop the link in here so you can jump in. But that's neither here or there. I was just like learning about history because there's a lot of shit to learn. But
Well, you were watching that. I was watching something a little bit less friendly because it looks like earlier in the week we were hit by three different CMEs from the sun. So I went down a rabbit hole, and that rabbit hole was not pleasant.
dude, do you know what rabbit hole I went down into? And it's stupid and absurd because it's like, okay, I'm a product of my time. I was born. You're in bed. All right, Papa, get some sleep. Um, I was like, I graduated high school in 2002. All right. And back then, like the biggest rappers and all that shit was like Puff Daddy and all that, like Mace and all, blah 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 blah. And now I went down a rabbit hole about this lawsuit this chick Cassie Ventura like has brought against P Diddy, and just like I think this dude's fucking disgusting. Actually, I think there's been some really gross stuff.
Oh, you're talking
And like,
about P Diddy.
yeah, I
Oh,
think
you ever watch Wendy? Wendy Williams, I think it was.
yeah. So I watched
She
some
talked
stuff
about
about
that shit.
yeah. Well, and there's some other people. What I know, the stuff I listen to when it isn't comic stuff. So, yeah, it's a show called What If on Facebook. Um,
I watched the
I
Y Files.
So I like learning a lot about like history, and I go down like history rabbit holes, just because I think history is a way of learning about ourselves because we really don't change. Um, but
We're very
I
warlike people.
yeah, and honestly, my knowledge of things like the opium wars and opium trade and stuff like that is not very broad. I don't have a very vast knowledge of Eastern history, so it's just something I was into. But yeah, I went down a rabbit hole on this stupid like P Diddy shit and the stuff that different people were saying and like former bodyguards and stuff, and I'm like, this dude is gross. But like, I needed that to unplug and just listen to some BS. Ancient Aliens. Oh, that guy with the
Oh yeah.
crazy hair. And that's too much of that. Now you just jumped the shark with that. No, I thought I was crazy. That's some stuff. That's when you
He's
just like
fun, but he believes every single story he
crazy.
presents.
That guy. He's crazy. Um,
George Sakas, I cannot pronounce the last name. I do apologize.
so I got some books that I picked up recently from Half Price Books.
You got some
And
good ones.
yeah, and so I want to show, like some of those, but I also want to show like how some of the books that I got at Half Price Books also are kind of tailoring into a little DC run that I'm working on. So, I know that Rob, you've been rebagging and boarding. You got some My Lights for magazine size books, and that's kind of one of your
Yeah, that was
frontiers.
right after coming back home from this giant trip that I had to take with my dad. I realized, wait a second, I had an entire or not a long box, but at least a short box of all of these magazine-sized comics. Because
Oh, you muted me yourself, nerd. Unmute yourself. There, better.
let me just make sure the correct.
You mute it yourself again.
Damn it, what is going on?
It's okay. I hear you now.
Let me just make sure the correct one is plugged in. Oh, God, this is so dumb.
It's all right.
Let's just unplug it and plug it back in. And there
You guys, yeah, you guys are gonna get nothing but top notch production level here. We only have the best people, and
Yet my last name is worst. Go figure.
you're not gonna beat the graphics and shit on this show. Just trust me.
We do try around here. My last name is worst. I have to always make sure that certain things are working. So here's the Mylights 2 that I ordered right after coming back from this trip. And I thought that I had just enough, but and I went, wait a second, where's my Wonder Woman Historia #1? I have 2, 3, I have the whole series of a lot of these things. Don't know where the ones are. So here's Andromeda from
Oh,
Aquaman.
it looks like
Ram
Christian
V.
Ward. That's
It is
beautiful.
Christian Ward.
Yeah, I loves it.
So I'll try and pull out just a few at a time and do these in something like a chunk. A Vicious Circle.
That's a magazine size.
Magazine size from Boom.
I didn't know they did that. I didn't know Boom had that.
Yeah, a lot of
Boom,
these
boom,
things
boom,
here,
boom.
when I ordered them, I did not initially think that they'd be this large. And then others, I knew.
That's cool.
Another Christian Ward.
Oh, that one is?
Then we have the classic Batwang.
Yeah.
I think everybody has this.
You see his junk in it?
You see his junk. Of course, I have the whole series. Primarily why I got all of these was so that certain books deserved the Mylar because they were just in these ratty old bags. And this is one of them. First appearance of Betsy Braddock.
Yeah, Psylocke.
High grade and everything. I can't believe I got this. This was from a local shop. You know him as Take the Time Collectibles.
Mm-hmm. He's a cool guy. He's a very nice guy.
He's great.
Yeah,
I've
he's
known him for almost 30 years.
Yeah, he sent me a lot of Wolverines. It was really cool of him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to show Chunk? You get more?
Yeah, show a chunk. I'll put some of these back in order because I have a lot of these.
All right. I'm gonna show you guys. I guess what I'll show last is this thing.
Oh, one other thing. Because comics have just in general, a lot of people have abandoned the market. There's a lot of things that I've wanted for a long time. Like there's this one book right here that about in 2021, I was ready to drop $500 on a copy that it looks like somebody sat on. Wound up putting in an offer and got it from a guy in Mexico. Cat and Marv. Second print. Holy crap. Can't believe I have it. No, I'm not going to get it graded, but at least now I have all the, well, almost.
I'm
Still want
jelly.
some of those bubblegum covers, but I'll get to that in a minute.
I don't think I have 14.
You can get it too now with this.
Huh? I have 17, but the first print, but I don't have 14, I don't think.
And my 14 is right here.
Yeah, I don't got that one.
Well, the prices have come down for all of these, so now is the time if you want to get them.
Um,
Who that could correlate with that, right?
who that's probably asleep.
I wouldn't. I don't blame you, dude. Let's see what you got.
All right.
Saw a couple in photos.
This this I got at half price books for $1. And Daredevil 55. Just beautiful Echo stuff. David Mack. This was a book as well. It's Electra #2, but it's the B cover, the Sienkiewicz variant. Yes. Sienkiewicz. And then you can tell it's #2 because it's got 221. If it was the A cover, it'd be 211. But this is the Electra B cover. So that's sweet. This was at the half price books for a 10 spot. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'll pay a 10 spot for fucking Silver Age Doctor Strange. Wouldn't you, Rob? You're on mute, brother.
Oh yeah, I was trying to look up the YouTube link on this. Damn, that is nice. A lot of these books are coming to market now where, yeah, you just have to rescue these.
I may have shown this one, like I can't remember, but my on Black Friday, my LCS had 20% off everything in the store, and this was normally $50, and so on Black Friday it was 40, and I had to pick it up, but it was just like an absolutely stellar copy of the Shanna the She-Devil. And
It's sharp, it's white, it doesn't look like it was in a yellow cigarette stained house.
Yeah, I mean, she's just banging. I love it. I'm super proud of this one. I guess if there's one that I would want to get, like, this would be one that I would say is probably a candidate for close to a 9.8 if it got cleaned and pressed, you know?
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, Southern? Are you bored,
Southern.
Southern? Jump on here and join us if you want. Oh, it's Miss So. I put the link in there. I have the link in the thingamabobber. What I want to show is a bunch of Lois Lanes that I found at. Did I ever show the books you sent me a couple of weeks ago, Lady F? I did not. I may have them.
That would be something to grab.
I have to check. I'm not sure. I may have put them up. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I know I showed the Betty Carter, but not the Betty Carter, the Peggy Carter. But I don't have it right here. I may grab it the next go round or whatever while Rob's showing stuff. I'll go get that one, for sure. But yeah, jump on. So these all I found at half price books. The most expensive was $7. Actually, that's not true because there's one that was a big daddy, but I'll talk about that one. But this one was a massive $7. I mean, I think I would you pay $7 for a Lois Lane number 76?
So even not collecting Lois Lane, looking at that cover, that thing is white. It is sharp. It doesn't look like someone took a Sharpie to it like I would have back in the 1980s. And that thing came from 20 years prior. That is nice. $7. Yeah, even at 20, 25, that's great price.
And I also got this one. Number 84, Lois Lane, Convict. And then it jumps to $4 for a few of them. I love this one. As a kid, I loved horses, and so the centaur action is absolutely delightful for me. I eat it up. Beautiful. And then this one was really cool. This is a issue 103 where she marries Satan, you know. So here's a Superman going, "Shades of Satan, Lois has been turned into a demon and looks like she's marrying." And here we go. By the infernal powers of Hades, I take you, Lois, as my wife. The Devil's Bride. Yeah, come here. Yeah, the half price books here. So they told me this guy basically traded in his entire like DC collection and it was massive. And this was another book that I got there. And this one I paid $100 for this, but I don't care. I thought it was a great deal. A great deal.
Oh, yeah, that's worth it. It's sharper than the one I have.
Lois Lane, number 106, a very controversial issue where she is turned into an African American woman I mean it's just the weirdest shit ever, but so hard to find and I'm so happy I found it. And also early Rose and Thorn.
Yes, second appearance.
So there's that. And then this one, so at my LCS, this one was $20 I'm about to show. Here it was $4. Lois Lane, issue
$4.
123. Yeah.
And that's one of the giant size.
Yeah. She's starfishing in space. She's just doing a big. I love the starfish. Ah! Okay. This one is probably my favorite cover. This one jumped down. Now, these were all $2 a pop. Okay. This was ridiculous. $2 a pop. Lois Lane. And then, so here we go. Look at it. Here's Superman. He's saying, "Okay, Dingle, why are Lois and the other girls flipping out over you? Why?" And he
Dingle?
goes, "That's my secret, Superman." And you got Lois like all up on him. The ladies are swooning. They just want it.
He's
They
John
want
Wayne
that
Gacy.
dingle. They want that dingle, bro. Um, this is issue 127. The
Shark cover. Nice.
something in the water, something's in the water. And then we've got 130. Love these covers. Look at that. It's faboosh. Can Lois prevent mental murder? I can't help what I'm doing. Oh no. Clark Kent is really Superman and I've destroyed him. Lois, don't. 131. She's saying that's his he's the baby daddy. And he's like, no, no, no. And then there's
Might
just
not be
one.
your kid, but you're gonna raise it.
Yeah. 132. I love how these covers pop. The colors, I mean. Just
Shark
great
black.
shape. $2 a piece. Come
Oh,
on, man. I'm gonna get it. $2. 134. And that's the last one I picked up. I think 135 or 137 is the last issue. I can't remember which one. But anyways, you show us another chunk and then I'll show my final little chunky chunk.
yeah, sure. Most of these are new anyway, so you should all be familiar with these. Catwoman, Lonely City. This is the B cover. Cliff Chung. I need to get around to reading a lot of these, but this one was a really good read.
When were these released?
I think this was 2019, 2020 or so. This was when they were really starting the Black Label, and I was just getting annoyed by these really large, oversized books because there was nothing to really put it in. Even the bags just shriveled up pretty much down here.
Thanks, Miss So. I appreciate it. And I like your icon for the Christmas season. I love peanuts, and I love the peanuts. Like what is it? The album, the Christmas piano album. Oh God, I love that. You know what I'm talking about? Peanuts Christmas. Am I?
Oh, the Peanuts Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, the Peanuts
All
Christmas
right,
album, bro.
so this one is one of the reasons why I got all these Mylars.
Vince
Signed by
Guaraldi
George
Trio.
Pruitt.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, good, because I am gone.
Yeah. I kind of am too. And so who put that one out?
Jock, the guy that did the famous Detective 880 cover.
No, no, I'm publisher.
Oh, Distillery,
Okay.
the new publisher that does all the hot indie writers and artists.
And yep, Southern, you're correct. That first White Tiger was in the Iron Fister, the Master of Kung Fu one.
Yeah, that one that I just showed, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, I think 19.
Southern saying he got his signed by Starlin and Claremont, because that's
Nice.
nice duo too. Who is taller? See, because Claremont seems like he's kind of short. I know Starlin's really little. So who do you think Southern? Seeing both of them, who do you think's taller, Starlin or Claremont? They may be the same size. Who would win in a slap off? Slappers only. I feel like Claremont would have the edge. I think Claremont could outslap Starlin.
Second print.
Oh, that's cool looking.
It's Jesse Longren.
I didn't know any of these like bigger magazines by these public. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm just guess. I'm just not a collector. Just not a
Well,
real
this one I
collector.
got back during 9/11 at Midtown Comics and kept it ever since. You're gonna
Okay,
go
so
get another chunk, or do you have one ready?
oh yeah, hold on just a second.
All right, I can pull a couple more here, all the way through other history. Yeah, that'll work. All right, a few more. God loves, man kills. First print, and not to be outdone, my original copy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Fifth print, beat to crap. But now I can do side by side. Two for Tuesday.
Twinsies. Yeah.
Hey.
So Southern says that he thinks that Starlin might be slightly taller, but it also may be an optical illusion because Claremont is a little rounder. That's cool.
Some people might know who these people are. I used to help out at conventions back when I was much younger, and I was known for things, we'll just say. But got to meet Greg Ayers and a lot of these people, and that's when I knew about Vic. We won't say his last name, but everybody else knows who he is. Last few here, so I can turn it over to Lady. Some more Jock.
That's cool. You got
So,
quite a robust magazine collection, my friend.
yeah, and I still have a handful left right after you're done.
Okay.
And apparently, I
So,
missed the last issue.
huh?
Apparently, I missed the last issue.
Oh, that one's a really cool cover. With the is that like Swamp Thing walking?
Yeah, I think this one is a Sinkovich.
I mean, that's probably why I love it. Mer Purdy. Um. All right,
All
I'll
right,
show
you
you.
want to go?
Yeah. So this is my last little chunk, but it's an amalgamation of books that I got at half price and books that I've already had. But I found this also at that half price books. Starlin's 5'9" and Claremont's 5'7". Damn. Yeah, it has to be true. I mean, that's fine. It's just I thought Starlin was a Pip the Troll.
And why would someone lie about that? Oh, nice.
Found a Swamp Thing one at half price books, and it's about a 7.0. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Can you believe this? I found on the same day.
Twinsies.
And the same day I found that Lois Lane 106. This was sitting right next to it, and I was like, shut the front door, shut the front door. So it was really awesome.
So,
I
how much
never
was your bank account going?
It was doing that a bit, but not as much as you would think because these were both only a little bit over 100. Yeah, it was crazy. So Swamp Thing, and then that's number one. And then I've had this one for a very long time. It was an A-OK from my buddy named Steven Spock. Swamp Thing number two,
Hmm.
beautiful, beautiful specimen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then um just a couple of days ago, that same half price book put out a Swamp Thing number four. So I picked it up, picked up that Swamp Thing four. Oh, yeah, I did it. And then also, but the same day that I got the Swamp Thing one and the Lois Lane 106, they had the Swamp Thing six that I found. Okay. So I had to get the Swamp Thing six. Because the first 10 Swamp Things, it's all Bernie Wrightson and Lynn Wine's writing, and it's magic. Um, then the same time that I found that Swamp Thing 4, uh, maybe Swamp Thing 7,
Hmm.
that was Swamp Thing 7, and these are in a really nice shape. And it has Swamp Things, Bernie Wrightson, first 10 Swamp Things, or sub 10 Swamp Thing
And they're
issues
not
there.
busted up.
They're
They're
not
really
busted up.
nice.
They're really nice. They're really nice. These people just don't know. Like Nashville is just a because they just don't know. And then the
Their loss,
same,
your gain.
it's my game, my gain. And then this last one is number 8. I found it on this. And so number 6 and number 8 and number 1 I found on one outing there, and then number 4 and number 7 I found on a more recent outing. So, and yeah, and I just made a little purchase off eBay, getting a couple more Swamp Things in, so I will be very close to having the first 10. I'm
Nice.
intentionally talking with that's what
That's
so.
all I got from Swamp Thing. Issues 1 through 10, and the ones that all Alan Moore did on up. I don't have any of the ones below that for some reason. I know that it's good, but it wasn't Alan Moore, so I only had Wrightson, Moore, and pretty much everything forward.
Mhm.
It's a lot of stuff. Speaking of a lot of stuff, here's the other history of the DC universe written by John Ridley.
Oh, interesting.
And the movie they won an Oscar for, I keep screwing up the number, but it was like 7 Years a Slave.
Yeah, yeah.
12 years? 7.
Something.
Like, I don't want to add extra years to it, but Jesus, it was a hard movie to watch. I mean, great movie, but Jesus. Of course, this shows the people of color within the DC universe, and it was really good. I think this one came out back in 2018, 19.
That's cool.
And it's mostly just script.
You read the Kelly Sue DeConnick's Amazonian ones, didn't you? Historia. That's what it was. Wonder
I
Woman.
have them all, yes. I don't know where my issue 1 is.
I loved it. It was so
It
good.
is good. It's great. Well, you know who did the art here, right?
No. Osenkevich, duh.
There you go. I only have the first issue, like a lot of them. Rogue State #1, Black Mask. Interesting premise. I just didn't want to get more of the oversized issues. But then we had the Rogues from The Flash, so I had to get it, and the story was just kind of okay.
Just had to.
But it had great covers.
That's cool.
Well, like how I was getting Flash every single issue and not reading any of them.
Also like Spawn.
It's the last issue. Yeah, like Spawn, which I've got to start getting rid of some of this stuff. All right, here is the cover B that came out just a couple weeks ago, Somna by Tula. And because he bought so many of these copies, he also got 1 in 10. So I got it at the same price. Unfortunately, they're like $10 each. Still worth it for a 1 in 10.
I think I might rent a movie or something tonight.
Like what?
Something lighthearted. I don't know.
How about Birds of Prey?
Maybe the Barbie movie.
That actually sounds delightful.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, and I heard it was funny AF, and so I'm down. I'm down with it.
I tried watching a few minutes of it where somebody had like a really crappy copy, and I was like, no, I want to watch the good version.
But I also do need to watch Oppenheimer. I should do a Barbenheimer.
You are not going to finish Oppenheimer tonight.
No, I know.
Maybe you could.
But that's maybe like tomorrow I'll do a Barbenheimer. I don't know.
Yeah, start that tonight and then finish Oppenheimer tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm interested in seeing that. I mean, it's a fascinating sort of part of our history. I mean, just heavy shit. Big, big, big decisions with big science. Ugh. You would enjoy seeing my reviews on those. Yeah,
Scientist that you are.
since my yeah, Oppenheimer would. Well, see, I mean, those stories really are about the men. Um, yes, they were brilliant in terms of having teams of collaborators arriving to the scientific rationale and execution of making the bombs, but like it's the politics and the geopolitical events that caused people to think that they had to do this. Oh my god, it's crazy. You would love to give me a Barbenheimer. I bet you would. Nugget. What's
And
up?
that's it. That's everything. Except
Yeah.
for no, that was it.
Um okay. I think I think we're good. I don't really have anything else. I was just feeling a little mm,
You
couldn't
were
say.
awake. You just got some new books. You wanted to
Yeah.
show them off. Now you can put them away.
Yeah, I wanted to show my Lois Lanes. Well, they were already put away, but I was just like, man, I can't sleep. Brr. So,
Sometimes you need to take Lois out.
yeah, sometimes
Superman would be well regarded to know that. Clark.
Superman. He just never did it for me. I mean, I know lots of people love him. He's just
They
not
just
mine.
have to write them right. And not everyone can do that.
I need to see that. I love Doc Von Hoot. He is so funny, and I know he talks about Badger a lot, but I haven't seen one with his wife, so that would be cool. And thank you for letting me know about that. All right, dudes. I'm gonna get out of here. Gonna watch something mindless. I need to find a stand up. I think I heard Maria Bamfort's new stand ups on Apple TV or something. I definitely want to catch that because she's fucking hilarious.
I need to get to a movie theater to watch Godzilla -1.
Oh, you're just like my little brother. My little brother is shitting himself to see that movie. Well, all the boys are. They're just big boys, big
It
kids.
has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
That
I
just
mean,
won't happen.
it's Japanese production, big money. They're doing it legit, like if it was the real thing. I mean, if that was my jam, like they're doing it, like they're doing the damn thing. And I know my little brother's like excited as AAF, and I've seen other people, the other comic nerd boys are too. So I hope it's great. But anyways, I don't. I mean, I'm just not as excited. It's not that it doesn't mean that it's going to be. you know, lizardly and
Not everything has to be for us.
exactly,
Like
but I'm
My Little
happy.
Pony. I might not read My Little Pony, but hey, great for all those that read it.
Exactly. I'm happy that they get that little it is funny how excited people get over certain things, because I mean, I'm that way of Lord of the Rings shit. I just go ape shit, and people think it's goofy, and it is. Um, okay, guys, take care. Have a good night. We are out,
All
and
fiction is goofy, read more of it.
yeah, and be kind to one another, man. Empathy's a thing.
Especially this
Later.
time of year.
Yeah, for real. Bye.